There are many different kinds of personalities out there, but perhaps the most mysterious is the INTJ. These folks are simply hard to read, and it might even get annoying for some of their peers. But that's an INTJ for you. They are goal-oriented, analytical thinkers who are good at finding solutions to difficulties. An INTJ's ability to see so far into the future allows them to make accurate predictions. It's probable that the INTJ personality is the only one of the 16 Myers-Briggs types that put more emphasis on long-term planning. The mastermind label is sometimes applied to such people. The only area in which an INTJ may lack foresight is in their own life. INTJs rarely include their feelings or satisfaction in a plan, and as a result may get stuck in jobs, relationships, or routines that they no longer find fulfilling. As an INTJ, a substantial portion of your life has probably been spent feeling like an outsider or misunderstood. True, INTJs only account for a little more than 2% of the population, and INTJ women are much more uncommon. Less than 1% of women are INTJ. Furthermore, the situation is exacerbated by the unique strengths and shortcomings of INTJs. To put it bluntly, INTJs aren't the best at small talk because they're analytical, direct, and goal-oriented. The upshot is that many INTJs prefer to spend their time alone with their thoughts, ideas, or prospects, rather than interacting with other people. They have a limited number of truly close friends who mean the world to them because of the depth of their relationship with them. Now let us talk about the signs that could signify that you are an INTJ. Number 1. You enjoy being left alone. One of the peculiar characteristics of INTJs is their preference for playing the role of mastermind. There are two main reasons why INTJs prefer to be alone. To begin, INTJs are more content when they're single, as they're better able to concentrate on their own projects. Since an INTJ is a motivated person, they find it annoying when romantic interests serve as a distraction. Although they may have a partner, INTJs maintain their intense independence. Second, if a mastermind can't find a male who satisfies a long list of requirements, they would rather remain alone. A partnership for an INTJ should reflect that person's high expectations for excellence. Since few people are able to pass the INTJ's selection test, most INTJs end up being on their own. Since INTJs and, say, ENFJs and ISFJs have such diverse worldviews, INTJs are better off on their own. An INTJ can feel that they're better off spending their time on themselves rather than in a relationship. Number 2, you are extremely loyal. When it comes to friendships and romantic partnerships, INTJs value quality over quantity, which explains why they're so devoted to those they care about. People with INTJ personality types are typically reserved social butterflies, who find being in large groups tiring. Masterminds tend to have a small but extremely devoted set of pairs rather than frequent, huge social gatherings. Intuitive type J, INTJ have a hard time making new friends because of their emotional difficulties. Thus, they tend to be very loyal to those they already have. For instance, an INTJ will do anything they can to support a close friend, cheering them on as they strive to be the best version of themselves if that person plays a large role in the INTJ's life and aspirations. Both friends and lovers may count on INTJ's undying devotion. Number 3. You can be extremely emotional, occasionally. In a world where masterminds are typically cold and calculating, the INTJ propensity for severe, albeit infrequent emotional outbursts stands out. There are 3 primary reasons why INTJs are prone to showing their emotions. To begin, INTJs suppress their sentiments because they value rationality over their gut. Secondly, INTJs aren't good at showing their feelings. Since masterminds are aware of and want to avoid this socially awkward tendency, they often bury their emotions even further by not allowing themselves to show any emotion at all. As a third negative trait, INTJs are quickly irritated when things don't go as planned, or when others fail to live up to the INTJ's exacting expectations. A complete outburst of all of an INTJ's pent-up feelings can result from such stimuli. An INTJ may experience strong feelings, for instance, if they believe that other team members are not doing their share of the work. Number 4. You love a good debate. For such naturally reserved people, INTJs have an unusual fondness for lively discussions and debates. Two of INTJs' favorite activities include discussing controversial topics and having lively discussions. To start, INTJs appreciate any chance to impart some of the wealth of knowledge they have amassed over the years. An INTJ's insatiable curiosity makes them well-versed in a wide variety of potential arguments. Secondly, masterminds are born leaders who are impervious to influence. If a person with an INTJ personality type believes they are in the right or are being coerced into doing something they don't want to, they will fight for their position. If an INTJ is challenged on the efficacy of their approach to a project, for instance, they may become emotionally invested in a heated discussion with coworkers. Number 5, you adjust reality to your ideas. You can't stop thinking about how to better structure things in the real world to facilitate the realization of your goals. It's your own thoughts that are the true ones to you. Thus, reality may be shaped to fit them. You can pursue your goals with vigor and do whatever it takes to see them through. Rumor has it that INTJ Nikola Tesla allegedly said, "The growth of man has as its ultimate objective the perfect mastery of intellect over the material universe." Number 6, you struggle with compliments. There are 2 factors at play in the peculiar INTJ trait of not appreciating compliments. Because they have difficulty processing and expressing their feelings, INTJs feel uncomfortable while receiving accolades. This is why INTJs are so reluctant to accept compliments, because they fear of giving a false or insincere response. Second, INTJs are perfectionists who may feel unworthy of praise if they believe they might have done a better job. By way of illustration, an INTJ would rather be left alone to continue working in peace than be congratulated on a job well done. Number 7, you class it up. Inexplicably, you've always had an appreciation for the refined and sophisticated. Even if you enjoy a seedy dive bar or greasy spoon diner, there is a part of you that yearns for timeless beauty and dignity, and you're quick to point out the flaws in anything that fails to deliver. As a result, you become more appreciative of superior quality in all areas of life. Number 8, you think a solution is better than a hug. Instead of just feeling sorry for someone, your natural inclination is to try to help them find a solution to their problem. You may feel frustrated when others don't want your assistance, even though you can't fathom why they wouldn't. This preference holds true for both male and female INTJs. And INTJs of both genders are notoriously unhuggable, even when they could use some comforting. Now we're going to talk about an obvious one, but this is one of the most typical examples of being seen as someone with an INTJ personality type. People say that you're hard to read. Most of the time, you keep your emotions to yourself rather than showing them to others. You prefer to keep your emotions to yourself, no matter how intense they may be, unless there is a compelling reason to share them with someone you trust completely. People may perceive you as secretive, and even threatening because of this. The thing that most people overlook, though, is that, as we mentioned earlier, you are extremely sensitive to feelings of rejection or betrayal. You feel the need to protect yourself from the outside world because your values, feelings, and passions are so intense. One's sense of vulnerability and hurt might be heightened when they are rejected, betrayed, or have one of their principles disregarded. Which sign can you relate to? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know which one you'd like to see next. We want to hear all about it. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share, and subscribe so that we may help you and your friends discover the power of your psyche.